Can you imagine 12 years of constant pain? 12 long years. That's over 4,000 days. Think about what that really means for 12 years. A woman suffered from a condition that never stopped. 12 years of seeing doctor after doctor, trying every remedy, spending every last bit of money she had, only to find herself getting worse, not better. The Bible tells us in the book of Mark she had suffered many things from many physicians and grew worse. She wasn't just physically sick, she was socially isolated in her culture. Her condition made her ceremonially unclean. This meant she was an outcast. Untouchable. Anyone she touched, anything she sat on, would also be considered unclean. So for 12 years, she lived in the shadows, cut off from her community, from religious life, from the simple comfort of a hug. Imagine the loneliness, the deep-seated shame, the hopelessness that must have settled over her like a heavy shroud. Every day was a reminder of what she had lost, of who she couldn't be. But one day, everything was about to change. Word spread through the streets. Jesus was passing by. This wasn't just another healer, another potential disappointment. There was something different about this man. She had heard the stories of blind men seeing, paralyzed men walking, even the dead being raised to life. A spark of hope, maybe one she hadn't felt in a very long time, ignited within her. The crowd was massive, a pressing, noisy sea of people all trying to get close to Jesus. For a woman who was supposed to stay away from everyone, this was a terrifying obstacle. Every instinct, every rule, every fear screamed at her to stay back. To remain hidden, pushing through meant risking public humiliation, being discovered, being shamed and cast out all over again. But a different voice was speaking to her now, a voice stronger than her fear. It was the voice of faith. A desperate, determined faith whispered a plan into her heart. She didn't need to shout his name. She didn't need to stop the procession and explain her 12 years of misery. She told herself a simple, powerful truth. If I can just touch his clothes, I will be healed. That was it. That was her entire strategy, a quiet, anonymous touch. It was a bold, almost audacious thought. She believed that the power of God was so present in Jesus that even the hem of his garment held the potential for her complete restoration. So, with her heart pounding in her chest, she began to push her way through the throng. You can almost feel her determination, elbowing past people, ignoring the stares, her eyes fixed not on Jesus' face, but on the edge of his robe trailing in the dust. Finally, she was close enough. She reached out her trembling hand, her fingers brushing against the fabric of his cloak. One touch. It wasn't a grab or a pull, just a simple contact. And in that single instant, a miracle happened. The Bible says, immediately the flow of her blood was dried up. After 12 years of suffering, in one moment, she was whole. She felt it in her body. The pain was gone. The bleeding had stopped. She was healed. She probably thought she could just slip back into the crowd, her secret safe, her miracle her own. But Jesus knew. He felt power leave him. He stopped dead in his tracks, turning to face the very crowd she was trying to disappear into. "Who touched my clothes?" he asked. His disciples were confused. "You see the crowd pressing around you," they said, "and yet you ask, 'Who touched me?'" But Jesus wasn't asking about the accidental jostling of the crowd. He was looking for someone specific. He was looking for her. The woman, realizing she couldn't hide, came forward, trembling with a mix of fear and awe. She fell at his feet and, in front of everyone, told him the whole truth. She confessed her plan, her desperation, her 12 years of suffering, and the miracle that had just happened. And how did Jesus respond? Not with anger for breaking the rules, not with annoyance for interrupting him. He looked at her with compassion and spoke words that healed her soul as much as his power had. Healed her body, he called her daughter, think about that word, for 12 years. She was unclean woman, outcast, sufferer. Now the Son of God was calling her daughter, restoring her identity, her dignity, her place in the family. He said, "Daughter, your faith has made you well. Go in peace and be freed from your suffering." She came to him broken, and she left belonging. Society told her to stay back. The law told her to stay silent. Her own fear told her to stay hidden. But her faith told her to press through. Many people in the crowd that day touched Jesus, but only one person touched him with that kind of active, desperate faith. And that is the touch that changes everything. Her story reminds us that no matter how long we've been suffering, no matter how hopeless our situation seems, no matter how isolated we feel, a single touch of faith in Jesus can change everything in an instant. He is still passing by today, and he's still waiting for that touch of faith. Thank you for watching. If this story touched your heart, please like and subscribe for more content like this.